Take a look. These are the new photos released by the Memphis Police Department. Surveillance photos show two people jumping out of a white car armed with. The suspects, we're told, approached Young Dolph while he was inside the cookie store and fired.
The Memphis rap scene has always been littered with beefs and feuds, and in Young Dolph's case, it was no different. Young Dolph was a talented rapper from the streets of Memphis, and in no time, he started getting some serious recognition. It looked like the sky was the limit for him, but unfortunately, he couldn't reach that height before he was taken out. It's been over 2 years since the world lost a star in Young Dolph, yet justice is yet to be served. And there has been this long-standing theory that Young Dolph met his demise so early at the hands of the Trulla Mafia. So what really is the truth? Let's get into it. On November 17, 2021, Young Dolph was unalived in broad daylight in his hometown of Memphis. He had always repped his city, took pride in his hometown, and was never far away from there. Young Dolph stopped at his favorite homemade butter cookie bakery. It was a spot that he frequently visited whenever he was back home, but unknowingly, it would be his last visit. 2 armed men ambushed his car as he left the bakery, and they targeted him in broad daylight. Several news outlets reported that there was a rain of bullets recovered at the scene. An autopsy revealed that Dolph got lit up a staggering 22 times, with bullets entering and exiting his body from different angles. Sources who saw the body claimed it was almost unrecognizable. It was a ruthless attack, and the news of the nature of his death sent his family, fans, friends, and the entire internet into a state of mourning and utter disbelief. The loss of Young Dolph sent a shockwave through Memphis, with fans gathering in the hundreds at the spot where he was unalived. The crowd was so big that a curfew had to be announced before it got out of hand. You see, Dolph wasn't just a gifted rapper. He was a hometown hero, someone who had always achieved success doing things on his own terms. The impact of Young Dolph's music extended beyond the borders of Memphis, and his philanthropy in the city was well regarded. He was known for giving back to his community, organizing Thanksgiving turkey drives, and making various donations to his alma mater and people at large. Due to the case being high profile, all eyes were on the Memphis police to catch the perpetrators, and in no time an arrest was made. Few months after the tragic incident, a breakthrough came in the case. The police identified one of the suspects responsible as 32-year-old Cornelius Smith. He was accused of stealing the car used to execute the operation. On November 17th, he was indicted for first-degree and several other charges. On the same day, another suspect, 23-year-old Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, was captured alongside his friend Shondell Barnett, a passenger in the vehicle Johnson was driving. Barnett was charged with accessory after the fact. While he didn't participate in the takeout, assisting the suspects meant he was guilty by association. But it didn't end there. A significant development in the case occurred in June 2022 when another suspect, Jamarcus Johnson, reached a plea deal. He made a deal to have his conspiracy charge dropped in exchange for snitching against the other suspects at their trial, providing crucial information that could help secure convictions. And then the case got more shocking when 43-year-old Hernandez Govan was arrested and charged with planning and executing Young Dolph's ending. And this is where the Trulla Mafia connection enters the scene. At the time, several insiders close to the case revealed that the 5 suspects in police custody were alleged to have varying connections with the Trulla Mafia gang in Memphis and to Yo Gotti and the collective music group CMG. But if you are wondering why the Trulla Mafia wanted to take out Dolph, we'll have to hit rewind. You see, back in 2010, Young Dolph started his record label, Paper Route Empire. A few years down the line, he signed an artist named Key Glock, who was his cousin by marriage. While it might seem like a favor to the family, Key Glock was really a talented rapper. And according to Dolph in an interview with Daily Grind, he mentioned it was a business move, but also to keep Glock focused and get the best out of his talent.
100, but my auntie called me. My auntie called me and she was like, hey, man, that's what they called me, and my whole family called me. She like, man, I don't know what you doing, but I need you to get Key. He getting into a lot of he just went to jail, he in jail for something, and I need you to get him and keep him with you and take him with you, because I don't know what the hell he doing and what he on. And when she said it, it was like a serious conversation from beginning to ending. And she was dead serious and she meant it. And it's like if I didn't do it, she was gonna be on like, I told you to do such and such and such, you know what I'm saying?
But making this move gave rise to some serious tensions between the Trulla Mafia and the Paper Route Empire, mainly because Key Glock and some other young artists on Dolph's label had problems with the Mafia members. Dolph was thinking about the business side of things and didn't consider the street conflicts his artists were involved in. Or maybe it just didn't matter to him. The moment he made his business decision, he allegedly became a target of the Trulla Mafia, which resulted in different conflicts, one of which led to the Paper Route Empire chain being snatched by the Mafia. They didn't just steal the chains, they showed them off. And if you know anything about the hip-hop culture, it's a sign of extreme disrespect, and it isn't taken lightly. Apart from the problems Dolph was having with the Trulla Mafia, he also had a long-standing feud with another Memphis rapper, Yo Gotti, which is also allegedly connected to the entire takeout plan. Now, if you have been a fan of Dolph, then you know that beef between them was an open secret. Young Dolph and Yo Gotti were arguably the most influential rappers out of Memphis in the past decade, and their paths eventually crossed, leading to a feud that would captivate the entire hip-hop industry. It all began in 2014 when Young Dolph made an appearance on Sway in the Morning after he released his mixtape High Class Street Music 4, American Gangster. During the interview, Dolph revealed he had declined a record deal from Yo Gotti.
You did this all by yourself, or were there other artists that kind of help open the doors for you? Like, I know Gotti's opening the doors for a lot of artists in Memphis, or did you just been navigating your own path?
I've been doing this, man, on my own day one.
Day one.
You know what I'm saying? Day one, like everybody, a lot of folks, a lot of people, everybody almost done came to me with different situations like, man, let me help you with this and do this and do that. But me in my position, like I got too much of my own money tied in this and too much of my own time in it. Like I got too much invested in it.
He went further, saying he'd rather invest in himself and that he was too far gone in his music career to join forces with a label.
And come on, bro, let's do CMG Paper Route. It's cool. I'm knocking for that. If I was him, I would have came to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But only thing was going to happen behind it was people like, oh, he popped off because of Gotti. You feel what I'm saying? Which I can't do that because I got too much of my own time and money invested.
While Dolph believed this was the reason behind their beef, Yo Gotti has never confirmed or denied that assertion. Fast forward to 2016, Young Dolph made a bold move that sent a frenzy through Memphis. He announced that his new project would be titled King of Memphis. Yo Gotti had long referred to himself as the King of Memphis, which made Dolph's decision to name his album title exactly that all the more interesting. Many thought it was a direct shot at Gotti and a solid challenge to his claim to the throne. While Gotti remained silent on the issue, sources close to the matter claimed he saw it as a clear provocation and was making moves behind the scenes. The feud took an unexpected turn soon after when Black Youngsta, an artist signed to Yo Gotti's CMG, released a diss track directed at Dolph. Many fans believed Gotti was pulling the strings behind the scenes, but he denied any involvement. In an interview with Westwood, Yo Gotti addressed the matter, but stopped short of mentioning the beef with Young Dolph.
And the dealing with on a day-to-day, the paper's so big, the vision so big that like below my vision. You know what I'm saying? Below my vision, but little homie, you know, I'm all little homie on the team, so I'm always give him, you know, the proper advice that I believe I from like a big brother standpoint or just being the homie standpoint of like what I think you shouldn't do certain.
Not one to back down, Dolph responded with a diss track of his own, firing shots at Black Youngsta and Yo Gotti. And then Yo Gotti finally responded with his own diss track, Don't Beef With Me. The song felt more like a warning than a full-on attack. Dolph responded by releasing the video of his diss track, clearly mocking Yo Gotti and the visuals of the video. And then on February 25th, 2017, things took a dark and dangerous turn for Dolph. News broke that he had been the target of an incident in North Carolina. Several media outlets reported that over 100 rounds were fired at his car, but luckily for him, he wasn't in the car at the time and therefore escaped. And then a few months later, Young Dolph was the target of another drive-by, this time in Hollywood, where he was rushed to a hospital. Yo Gotti was allegedly named as a person of interest by the police in connection to the incident, which wouldn't come as a surprise to fans who've been following the whole story, but nothing was really done due to lack of evidence. So when Dolph was finally taken out, it got people talking, and they established a connection between Gotti and the Trulla Mafia. Rumors were circulating that Yo Gotti allegedly colluded with the Trulla Mafia to end the life of Young Dolph. This all made more sense when some pictures of Govan and Big Juke, who happened to be Yo Gotti's brother, started circulating on social media. Y'all probably remember Govan. He's one of the 5 suspects the police captured in connection with Dolph's case, still awaiting trial and possible conviction. These revelations coming to light got fans more convinced that Yo Gotti and the Trulla Mafia probably made some kind of deal to get Dolph out of the way. While these allegations against Gotti haven't been established established as facts yet, the rumors about his possible involvement won't go away. Memphis became a very hot zone after Dolph's death, with bodies dropping in retaliation. And even to this day, fans are waiting for an answer. Do y'all think he should have left his hometown and never looked back? Do you think Gotti had a play in the whole matter? Leave your comments below, and don't forget to check out this next video.